So we'll call the meeting to order. Roll call. Christy?
Here.
Ryan here. Nettie?
Here.
And no Skip and Greg.
Yep. Both said they won't be able to make it tonight.
Now for the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, now to approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting of April 8th.
I move to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting on April 8th. Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the April 8th meeting. Approval of general fund vouchers 76632 through 76750 and wire transfers 181-90443 through 181-90493 and activity fund vouchers 9505 through 9532.
I move to approve. Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the general fund vouchers and wire transfer fund vouchers. Any public comments?
Nope.
Okay. The spotlight on education.
Okay, so tonight we spotlight on education. We have the FCCLA crew. So Mrs. Hunter has agreed to come in, and we have some kids that participated in the state competition. And before I pass it over to Mrs. Hunter, I was had the privilege to go and be a judge, and it was a really neat experience. The experience itself was really neat, but also to be a part of the state competition and see just the type of student that the FCCLA organization draws was really eye-opening to me, and it was very impressive to see. You just can tell the type of kids, and it's almost like a training that they go through. They're just very articulate eye contact. There's a lot of really neat characteristics and just training that the kids go through. It was really fun to be a part of, and the Clear Lake crew has an exceptional group of kids that really present themselves very well when in the district, but also outside of the district. So it was fun to be a part of, and it was a neat experience. It was the competition itself was neat, but then also I don't know what you call the performances and kind of like the main event was kind of almost similar to the FFA, where you feel like you're almost like in a Nickelodeon show when you're in there. But it was a really fun experience. So I'll pass it over to Mrs. Hunter.
So FCCLA stands for Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. And the students participate in a STAR event, which is Student Taking Action for Recognition. And so a STAR event can be anything related to family consumer sciences. It could be textiles and sewing construction. It can be culinary with food innovations, or it could be just reaching out and helping their community. It could be simply promoting and publicizing FCCLA. It can be working with young children to elderly and anywhere in between. So the students have basically given up their nights, their weekends, their time outside of school to participate in these STAR events, and they have beginning this time since summer, or at least the start of the school year, and then through the competition. We have a regional competition, which is held at Stout, and that's in the fall, and then if they receive a high enough score on the rubric for their event, then they participate at the STAR event level for the state. So the ladies that I have here are some of our state qualifiers who participated at state, and then we actually have national qualifiers as well, so they can participate at the national level. So I asked them to come here and tell you a little bit about their events. We have some other groups that didn't make it. Peyton Lilly and Veda Talgren, they received a gold at the state level, and they did a STAR event that was related to teaching sign language at the elementary school. They were in a sign language class here at the high school, so they brought what they learned from their class, and they taught about colors and everyday vocabulary, the alphabet, and just got those kids kind of involved in what could be a possibility in Clear Lake. And then another group, which is not here, is Casey Larson and Alina Kruger, and they worked with the nursing home over Willow Ridge Nursing Home, and they did, oh no, I lied. Amy Memory Care. And they did just connecting the gap between the teens and the elderly, and having some assistance with, they did a sugar cookie activity where they baked the cookies, which was the family consumer portion, and then they frosted them with the elderly folks there. They also worked with some memory connections, so they did music. They put music on MP3 players and music to the generations of the folks that are residents there, so that when they put on the headphones, Johnny Cash was playing in their ears, and that was a really fun connection as well. So, CJ, will you take it away and tell them what you did?
Stand up, be tall. So, I'm CJ, and my partner was Clara. We took silver at state. So we went to the elementary school and we taught the first graders about personal space, because as Clara is a huge introvert and I have my introvert moments, it's a really big deal for us when you have people around us that are really close, like when you're walking in the halls and stuff, and you don't realize that you might be intruding on someone's space, you might be upsetting them. So we decided to try and help them understand at a younger age so they could put that into their daily lives.
Hi, my name is Taylor Atkins.
And I'm Abby Warner. Our other partner, Brittany Avery, she's not here. But we took high silver at state and we qualified for nationals in Anaheim, California. So what we did, we promoted and publicized SCCLA. We made a bunch of posters that we hung around the school. We organized a hot cocoa bar for SCCLA week for the students, as well as like a muffin.
We had another group that also helped us a little bit with it. They ended up deciding not to do it, and they had already had all these muffins and stuff, so we kind of just combined it into like hot chocolate and muffins one morning before school started with like a little breakfast cup. And we also were in a couple parades over the summer, I think.
Yes.
2 or 3?
2.
We were in 2.
Clear Lake Days and then the Spirit Week parade.
I'm Vivian Tolgren and Kenzie Ward. For our STAR event, we organized a dress exchange, prom dress and homecoming dresses. We held it in the flex room in the junior high. We set up changing rooms and mirrors, and for a whole week during wrap, our peers all through high school were able to come down and try on dresses, and if they found one they liked and that fit them, they were able to take it home for no cost at all. So I think it was really cool to be able to do this, because while we were setting everything up and as people were trying on dresses, the atmosphere was just amazing. Everybody was encouraging each other, and it was just really cool to see everybody kind of come together, people from all different friend groups, and it was really cool to see people try things on and just feel good about themselves and what they were doing.
And we received gold at regionals and silver at state. And then I think we had 40-ish.
We had about 40 dresses go home, but we had 85 dresses donated to us. And the budget for everything was completely free. It costed no money for any mirrors, any changing room supplies, none of the dresses. They were all donations from community members in our area.
So I didn't do it, or my name is Sam Kelly. I didn't do a STAR event, but this year I decided to apply to be a state officer, which I like to explain to his people, like we have chapter officers, that president, vice president, so on and so forth. But then they also have that for the state level. It's a little bit different. It goes like president, vice president, but then everybody else is considered a vice president of different categories. And so I went through, in March-ish, I went through like an interview. I prepared a 2-minute speech. I took a knowledge test, which was just about all different sorts of things about FCCLA, different facts and stuff. And then, oh yeah, and I also wrote I got a prompt and wrote a professional business letter. And then later that day, so that was on a Friday, later that day, they were able to elect each officer position. Yeah, and then I was elected as the Vice President of Public Relations.
And how many state officers are there?
10.
10.
No, there's typically 10. This year there's 8.
8.
So she is the Clear Lake representation for the state of Wisconsin, which is a very high honor for her to have. So we are very proud of her. And so she will travel all next year, and she will go around throughout the state. She will be training other students, other FCCLA members, either at large or small, and she will run the entire state conference like Mr. Ernst was at this year. She will kind of lead that. So.
And just to put it into perspective, 1 out of 8, and there's 422, or at least there were roughly 422 school districts in the state of Wisconsin, and to be picked is quite an honor.
Yeah.
And I just applaud you guys. All of the projects I love hearing about. I think you guys did a wonderful job, developing the projects. But I also really have been impressed, probably mostly with the skills that the FCCLA really develops in these kids and how they. I mean, you can see it in here and I know a lot of these kids the kids that we're looking at are involved in a lot of different things. But when they come in here and they stand up and they, articulate exactly what they're trying to say, and it's loud, it's clear, there's eye contact. It's just very impressive. So. Well done, and congratulations down there at the FCCLA state competition. So thanks for coming in, guys. We appreciate it. And congrats. And good luck at the concert tonight.
Thank you.
Those of you playing.
Okay, moving on to new business. Approval of staff net resignation.
Okay, so if you see in the board documents, there's two letters of resignation there that require board approval. One, Mrs. Angie Funk, who was, you'll see, accepted an administrative principal position in the southwestern part of the state. And then Nicole Corbett, who was the 0.5 music, 0.5 FTE music teacher a choir teacher at the elementary. She took a job in Park Falls, Wisconsin. Her and her husband are going to be relocating to his hometown of Park Falls up north.
Was she the one that did the Christmas program?
She did. She did a great job.
Yeah, she did.
So both individuals will be missed, and wish them the best of luck.
I move to approve. I second.
Do we vote on it? I mean, if it's only the three of us, do we vote?
Say it again?
Do we vote? Or
No,
do we
you just move to approve and we're good.
Okay. It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the staff resignations. Now approval of a staff hire.
Okay. So we have a couple positions that we're filling, that we've been in the process of identifying individuals to fill positions, as you know. So we have the two positions, the two individuals that we're looking for, seeking approval on are an ag ed position and a special ed position. So in the agriculture education position, we have Emily Watson, a recent graduate from UW River Falls, and Janine Smetna for the special ed position. She's currently teaching in the River Falls School District.
I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve. Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the new staff hires. Now, consideration, approval of the 2019-2020 health and dental insurance renewal.
Okay, so we're up for renewal. Staying with the same two companies for health insurance, we have Medica, and for dental insurance, we have Lincoln Financial. I was very pleased with the renewals. The health renewal from Medica is a 5% increase, and the Lincoln the dental insurance is a 3% increase. And then I gave you the information in the board docs so you guys could see the details on those renewals. But like I said, both came back. I was very pleased with that, with both those. So originally the health insurance renewal was higher than that, but we were able to get it a little bit lower, down to 5%.
How did you get it down to 5%? Did you change the plan?
Nope, nothing was changed. We just asked for, so Sean Fitzgerald at SF Insurance went back and said, I think something to the fact that if it didn't go down, then we'd look at bidding it out. So he worked with them.
Nice.
So I was not part of that process. I think originally it was 10 or 11, and then it came back at 5.
All right. Wonderful.
Or maybe 9 or 10, I don't remember.
I move to approve. Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the 2019-2020 health and dental insurance renewal. Now, approval of 2019-2020 teacher contracts.
Okay, so as you know, so this is next year's teacher contracts. This is just really just saying that we're handing these contracts out, saying that the teachers can sign them and then they'll be employed for the next year. It has nothing to do with the increase adjustments come later after we have the final numbers. With that said, we've talked a little bit about developing a compensation plan. In the fall, I think we're going to first look at the common theme that has been that I've been hearing is the personal days. We're going to be looking at adjusting the personal days a little bit and then move into a compensation, trying to develop a compensation plan for the district for the teaching staff. So with that said, I'm hearing the governor's budget that this year is kind of an unprecedented year, so we'll see what happens with the biennial budget, and they're saying that it might be the longest wait as far as the official numbers to date, but our fingers are crossed, and hopefully we'll be able to move forward in October like we've done in the past.
Move to approve the 2019-2020 teacher contracts. Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the teacher contracts. Now, approval of the 2019-2020 support staff contracts.
Okay, so same thing. The only difference with this is I'd like to request that we table this and discussion in closed session, and then we can come back into open session and we can request a move to approve those.
So we'll just table this for now.
Yep.
To closed session and come back to it later.
Yeah.
Okay. Now discussion of appointing a board member to hand out high school diplomas. Unless you want to. Those guys aren't here to vote on themselves.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So the graduation is on May 19th, and it would be,
This doesn't require a speech, right?
no, unless you want one. We could try to work one in.
There's a little welcome.
There's a welcome.
The welcome speech, but that was done by, it's just,
I can.
Yeah,
It's like 60 seconds.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a speech.
it's
a welcome.
really up to you as far as how.
60 seconds, 10 minutes, it doesn't matter.
Actually, it really does. They're not here to hear us
Well, that's
do
your
a big long
part.
speech.
So, unless you can talk a senior into doing it. Because Parker last year volunteered to just do the welcome speech.
Oh,
I'm
that
not.
might just be the
It's
diploma
not-
thing, though.
Right. You like to talk?
And a microphone.
All right.
Yeah.
So is it Christy? If it,
Christy.
Yeah, you can put me down.
Okay.
All right. Review of the Neola policies, but
Yep, so we're not going to go through it. I just
Yep.
wanted to put that on there if you guys had anything that you wanted me to
Do you have notes?
bring to
notes.
or send to the
From my
Neola
speech?
company
No.
Oh, Neola.
in the 1000s or 2000s, and then we'll plan on the 3000s for next board meeting.
Nettie, do you have?
I have a bunch of notes. Maybe I can just go through that with you
Sure.
later.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's
No,
right.
I
Yep.
just saw
That's
your
great.
notebook and like, she's got comments.
Okay. Approval of 2019 summer school contracts.
Okay, so it's just the summer school contracts for this summer. Looking for board approval for the session, start beginning in June 11th, going through June 28th.
Is summer school gonna be to 6th grade, or did we,
Gonna be up like it
Up
used
to
to be,
eighth.
yeah,
Oh,
next
it
to
used to
8th grade, yeah.
Yeah.
like it used
through
to be.
8th grade?
Yeah, which is what it used to be, yeah.
Okay.
And how many teachers did you get?
We actually had more applicants than we
Needed?
needed. So, I mean, a couple who applied from outside the district, you know, that we did not have a position for. But, yeah, so we actually
Nice.
did a lot better this year.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yes.
Kind of along with that side note, will we try to do the backpack program during June then? Has anybody talked about that?
I'm trying to recall if we did that last year. I don't think we did. I guess that'd be a good question to ask. We could ask Cheryl Paulson, who's kind of who heads that up and liaisons with us on that. It's a good question.
They'd be
Yeah.
around to send stuff home with.
Yeah, I mean, it would extend for 3 more weeks, and certainly can't hurt. So yeah, I'll bring that up. I'll have Mrs. Millar and I talk with
Wonderful.
Cheryl about that. It's a good idea.
Did we end up having breakfast
Yep.
during summer school then too?
That's
I
approved
thought
now
I
for
This
3
year
or
we
5
do.
years now,
Yeah.
isn't it
Yep.
again?
Yep. Last year we did not.
qualified
Yep.
again for that grant, so
Okay.
yeah, so that means we are eligible to have it for
5 years.
for this year and 4 more. So we are planning to have it this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great.
Everything kind of fell your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you keep the typical kitchen staff? Do they agree to do it, or do you have to hire different people?
I believe that all of our employees for summer food service will be from our
Okay.
district staff. Yeah,
Nice.
between both buildings.
Yeah.
And then we employ 1 student in the kitchen, 1 student for custodial, and then this year we're employing 1 student in the IT department as well. So,
And that's all summer, not just summer school.
those are all summer. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I shouldn't say that. The kitchen staff is
Kitchen
not
is
all
just the summer
summer,
school,
but the custodial and the IT are for the entire summer. And this agenda item is for the summer school teacher contracts, well, the support staff contracts on the next board agenda.
Okay. I move to approve.
Second?
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the 2019 summer school contract. Superintendent notes.
Okay, I'll keep it brief, even though we have things are winding down, but they feel like they're winding up. You know, the month of May is a month that is jam-packed with stuff, and then on top of that, we have all of the snow days, and we lost our 1 in-service day, and I feel like in the sports season, I feel like everything we're trying to fit, a couple months into the last month of school. So, just some things that the last 2 weeks that we've had, I guess implied, we had some interviews with the Ag and Sped department, and those were just recently board approved. The week of the 6th was Staff Appreciation Week, so we did multiple things going on throughout the district, as small kind of tokens to express our appreciation for our staff here. We really do. I know I've said this before, but we have a tremendous staff across the district in both buildings. So it's easy to show appreciation, but sometimes it can get lost in the craziness of the month of May. But we had something collaboratively with the PTO, something every day. And then we had the 10th, the in-service was canceled, so we had students obviously in the district on that day. And then things to come. We have, last week I forgot to mention that we had a Pops concert on the 6th, and then there's one junior high and high school band Pops concert tonight, starting at 7 o'clock, along with the art show that's beginning in a half an hour. And there's pie. I believe there's pie going to be served tonight in the art show. Miss Waterman does a great job with the art presentation out there as well. Then we have a lot of stuff, I'm not going to touch on everything, but some of the bigger things that we have in the district. On Wednesday, we have elementary track and field day, which is very cute and to see. It's pretty much the entire day, 1 through 6. I think Clear Lake's claim to fame is the
Shoe kick.
shoe kick. Thank you. I couldn't think of what it was called, but I know that's been a hot topic in our household of who's gonna try that. Yeah, exactly. So that's a resume builder. So, but very cute that and that's a collaborative effort too. It's elementary staff, but also the high school staff and then the high school students really do a nice job facilitating that for the little kids that come over here, and it's really a fun day to be a part of, and the kids really seem to really enjoy it. So it's fun to watch. There's usually a lot of smiles at the end of that day, and rosy red cheeks and sweaty kids. But
It's going to be warm.
yeah. Then on the 16th we host the baccalaureate night is here. The ministerial group hosts that, and then we have the senior awards ceremony at 7:30, which we really have a tremendous community support with our awards. We just have a lot of donations and money that comes through the door, and really neat to see how much our seniors receive that night and how many donations come in. And I think last year was the first year that Miss Hunter, actually, was that the last year that you put on the hospitality room, which was really a huge success. I thought that was kind of a small way for us to show our effort of appreciation to the individuals that donate that money, and I know it was very well received by those individuals that come in, and Ms. Waterman's crew show off their skills with making and baking and drinks in this room, and then the people that are coming to present can come in and have some treats and beverages. So that's on the 16th, along with softball regionals on the 16th. Then, like we'd mentioned earlier, graduation on the 19th. Let me back up. On the 17th is graduation practice. I believe that's at 8 or 9.
8:30.
I'll send you the correct time, but it's right away in the morning.
Isn't it kindergarten graduation? No, that's the next
on
week.
Friday the 24th.
Yep.
The day before Memorial Weekend.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So on the 20th is track and field regionals. We have softball regionals on the 21st, golf regionals on the 21st and 22nd. Then kindergarten graduation on the 24th. No school on the 27th because of Memorial Day. And then JK prom, do you know what day that is?
Nothing better.
It's a Friday,
It's a Friday, and it might be
17th?
17th.
JK prom.
It is this Friday, yes.
And then there's a slew of field trips as well that I won't go through all the field trips. But
be here a while.
yeah, so those are some of the upcoming. Then we are truly in the home stretch with June 7th being our last day of school. So and that's all I have.
All right. Do we go into closed session? Or
Yep.
Okay. So,
Just thank everyone for coming.
okay. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We're going to go into closed session now.
I think you need to read that.
John?
You need to vote.
Yep.
Do we need to vote that?
Yep, you need
Yeah.
to read that.
Oh.
What statute?
In accordance with Wisconsin,
And you can just
Wisconsin
say
19.85,
5C and then F.
1C,
and F.
and F.
1F. Yep.
Two.
You do have to do a roll
You
call.
guys make sure
To
you
go
write
into
down the time.
closed
you
session.
go,
We'll
What
roll
time we
call.
leave?
Yep,
And who approves whatever you guys
Yep.
approve after.
yep.
Oh, look back here.
Okay, all right. So I'll leave those.
Yep, give me.
Sounds, I can grab it all. Thanks, Lori.
So you have to vote.
I have to
So-
vote?
Yep.
Just do roll call then?
Yep.
Nettie?
Yes.
Christy?
Yes.
And Ryan, yes.
Give me 1 second.
So now we'll move into open session. Just roll call. Christy?
Yeah, here.
Nettie, yes.
And Nettie, yes.
And then approval of the 1920 support.
And then
contracts.
for the approval of the 2019-2020 support staff contracts.
I move to approve.
Second?
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the 2019-2020 support staff contracts.
I don't have anything for future.
Any future items?
Just that we have to relook. Next month we do the 3,000 level of Neola.
Yep.
Just 3? Are we doing 3 and 4? Or?
You can put 3,000 and 4,000 if you guys are good with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we'll also have the support staff summer school.
Oh yeah, you gotta move that to there.
Could we get a list of WASB things that you have that we can listen to?
Yes, I have some too, so I'll get them
Okay.
to you.
Do those count as our
Yep.
education?
I think Ryan's good to go because he went to the.
I'm gonna go Ryan.
Okay.
Okay. Now, for adjournment, do I just
move to
vote on?
adjourn.
Oh, yeah.
Someone move the adjourn.
First, proof?
Second?
Yes.
Second.
Do we want to
Second
or
to
we're just
adjourn
saying
the
yes?
All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have a 1 and 2? Christy, you're 1 on the note. Time.